Am I the asshole? For showing a spreadsheet of everything I pay for and showing their dad doesn't do shit. Used the wrong there in the title, on my phone, sorry. Okay, I'm getting mixed opinions from this. 2 kids 13 and 11, I'm not going to lie, we live a pretty frugal life. All my extra money I make goes into their college accounts or fun weekends. Dad has them once a month and is the fun parent. Can't get his child payments in but willing to do a surprise trip to Kennywood. It's frustrating, all right. I try not to say anything bad about him, but he has been pushing the narrative that without him and the money he gives me we wouldn't have the home. It's so false, and now the kids are going, well, dad pays for this. My last straw is when the kids told me that it's dad who pays for the home. So I pulled up my budget spreadsheet and it includes all the stuff that he pays for, so child support, and he hasn't paid for the past 2 months. The kids were upset for being lied to and the oldest get in an argument with him since she called to confirm. We got in an argument and he is calling me a jerk. My friends are split on this and I am wondering if I went too far. If he was actually lying and the kids were believing his lies, then absolutely unequivocally not the asshole, period. You almost had to do this. He doesn't look bad in their eyes because you exposed him. He looks bad because he lied to begin with, and because he created the situation that he lied about. Edit, it's just barely possible that he actually believed his own lies. If so, that's not really better. Not the asshole. The situation sucks. But your ex attacked. You were just defending yourself. So nope. Not the AH. He is. Not the asshole, ex opened the door. Not the asshole. The truth can hurt sometimes. But the truth is in the facts. As for the back child support, you are owed, court order for garnishment would be in order. Not the asshole, hard situation, but honestly showing a spreadsheet of expenses is a more considerate and thoughtful way of showing this to kids. They are old enough to begin to understand, and this is better than emotional manipulation, guilt, or deceit. Not the asshole. I hate to see kids pulled into divorce and support drama, but they are old enough to know the truth. Not the asshole. Looks like the dad is brainwashing the kids. Not the asshole, this wouldn't even be an issue if your ex wouldn't have been a lying asshole to begin with. Not the asshole. He opened the door of talking about money with the kids. Trying to seem like a better parent than he is. You simply showed them the truth of the situation. Their dad likes being the fun guy, not the consistent parent. They are reaching the age where they are gonna start seeing through his BS and realize he's a fair weather father. Not the asshole. You didn't lie to the kids, the ex did. Not the asshole, he started it, you just ended it with actual facts. Not the asshole. Your kids are old enough to not only know the truth, but to know who is lying outright to them. They are also the perfect age to start teaching about budgets and savings and the reality of what things actually cost. I used to have a whiteboard that I posted all our utility costs on, groceries, etc., so my kids could better understood when we told them no about getting certain things or getting fast food all the time. The visual made money more real to them. Not the asshole, and your kids are going to learn something from this. Their father is a liar. If I were you in this situation, I would use this as a teaching experience for the kids on how budgets work. A lot of parents don't do this and it is valuable information. Sorry you are going through this. Not the asshole. Telling your kids the truth is not being an asshole. Not the asshole. He shouldn't have lied to the kids. Not the asshole. His lies were having a negative impact on their feelings of security and self-worth. Because what he says was tailored to sound a whole lot like your mom can't care for you like I can, which sounds a whole lot like your mom doesn't love you like I do can to kids. Since he forced the issue, it was better that they know the truth rather than believing a lie for years and not understanding why you don't do all the things your ex implies you aren't doing. Not the asshole. You needed to tell them the truth. Not the asshole. And your friends that are split can kiss my ass. Maybe now he will step up and pay what he needs to pay for his kids. Not the asshole, but this is a tough situation. I see where you are coming from, but it is unfortunate you have to lay it out to the kids. Not the asshole. He shouldn't get a choice on paying child support or not. If he is going to be unreliable, talk to a lawyer and see what can be done about garnishing his wages if such a thing is possible where you live. Okay, at the risk of sounding childish, he started this. All he had to do was shut up and not lie to his children and it would have been fine, but no, Big Moran needed to brag. He FAFO'd himself, not the asshole. Not the asshole at all. Your ex started it by lying. You wouldn't have shown them the receipts if he hadn't lied to them. I'll never forget the day I was bitching to my mom about how we didn't have money for extras and I had to watch my siblings after school while she worked every day. She sat me down and told me to balance her checkbook. That's when I learned my bio dad was paying $87 a month in child support for us 4 kids. I was a bit older than your kids, 15, but I needed that lesson in reality. It was humbling. Not the asshole. Your kids deserve to know the truth. Allowing them to believe his lies would be damaging and unfair to you and them. It's a good rule of thumb to not talk badly of your co-parent to the kids, but that doesn't mean you have to roll over and accept it if your co-parent is straight up lying to your kids. Not the asshole. He lied to belittle others and make himself look better. You just revealed the lie. Not the asshole. Literally, all he had to do was say nothing. Why would he paint you in a bad light to your children when he is the one behind on payments? There is nothing more vile than a man who emotionally manipulates and lies to his children, all in name of ego and ex-bashing. TBH, if you have a lawyer, I would let them know that in addition to non-payment, he's bad-mouthing you to your children. Not the asshole. Your ex started this entire thing. I generally think the kids should be kept out of this stuff, but your ex is the one that pulled them into it. You didn't even badmouth him, just showed them some math. It's going to suck to learn your dad is a liar, and the older one is probably realizing the larger implications of this. Not the asshole. 11 and 13 are old enough to know the truth. Dad lied to them and they have the right to know the truth. You didn't drag the personal details of your divorce into this, you showed them proof of your current money issues. Totally in bounds. Communication by text only so you have proof of his abuse after the lies. Not the asshole. I think there's a pretty big difference between bad-mouthing your ex to your kids and showing them information that speaks for itself. They are old enough for the latter, and it was an acceptable response to their comments and questions. As a child of divorce, my biological father said this same shit to my brother and myself. My mom had to show us the same data and we were both pissed at our father. The worst thing was that my dad refused to pay child support for years and he is an attorney. Back in the early 80s they just gave him a slap on the wrist. It wasn't till my mom married a guy that had some money that my dad got the memo and paid his child support. I will never forgive him for this. Not the asshole. This kind of stuff is so irritating to witness, and I'm experiencing a similar situation with my stepkids and their mom. I'm a believer in the fact that kids tend to recognize who the actual parent is as they get older. It sucks that it's oftentimes in retrospect, and I heavily advocate for showing kids this type of information sooner than later. As a child of divorced parents, by that age I wanted honesty from my parents, so I'm going not the asshole. They are old enough to know the truth. If they have been told the truth and he doesn't look good, that's on him 100. Not the asshole. Your ex is literally my dad. He would constantly bash my mom for everything. Parenting, spending, you name it. Then would play Disney dad or just not see us, wouldn't help pay for anything above child support. I think at one point he was paying $8 a month. Your ex should have kept his mouth